let's do this proper right now and give a huge Roula and Ryan Show welcome to Hilary Duff. Good morning, Hilary. You have become a viral sensation with your video now because you are actually using Tinder. Now, are you really on Tinder right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still on. I've been literally in rehearsals for 8 to 10 hours a day now, getting ready for some shows and the video and stuff. But I was on Tinder, and my account is still active.
Can I say, in your video,
really clever.
I haven't been swiping lately.
Your video, it's called Sparks.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got, 4.3 million? I saw today. It just came out, Friday?
Yes.
4 million people. I do have a problem, though. On your one Tinder date, when you went bowling, you had 10 of your friends with you. How is that a Tinder date?
Yeah. Wait. Well, that's actually smart. You're using the safety factor.
Yeah, what's
there.
with that?
I still had my Tinder training wheels on. It was my first date.
I'm just saying,
I
the
was
poor
a little
guy.
Oh, that poor guy. You got to go on a
Listen,
date
we had
with
a good
Hilary.
time. I have all hot friends. It was good.
It's too intimidating for a guy.
He brought his friend. I let him
Wait,
bring a
that's
friend.
too intimidating. You're going on a date with Hilary Duff, but the
And then
friends
you
are
throw
too
in-
intimidating.
All of it. At least if you're one-on-one with her, you're like, okay, I can try this. But when you got 9 other hot chicks, it's intimidating.
You know what? The whole thing came about because I had so many friends that were on Tinder. And I was just fascinated by it. We would sit around at dinners and just swipe, and I was laughing hysterically. But they were actually going on dates, and I was like, I'm going to get on this. And they're like, you can't. I was like,
Why not?
Yeah, I can. And I thought, it was funny, but it became real. I was like, I want to capture this and do something different for our video. How many videos are we going to watch of people dancing that's shiny and polished? It was just a challenging, cool concept that seemed like my involvement was just being my normal self and showing people what that
So do you
is
think if you didn't do this video, would you have really tried Tinder?
Yeah, because the whole idea came about one night with my girlfriend where I was like, I'm going to get on Tinder. And she was like, you can't. Everyone will know. I'm like, so what?
Yeah.
What do you have to prove to
I'm not-
anybody?
I don't, and I don't care, so I think that's a cool thing, and people don't expect that out of me. But right now I don't have time for Tinder. So
Yeah, you're
I
a little busy.
Well,
I asked her, did you just fly in? Were you here all weekend?
Yeah.
You said you just flew in last night just to hang out?
Well, I flew in from Boston and then here and then Dallas today. So
Wow.
Okay, but
hopping
how
around.
hard is it, being celebrity, being a parent, and is it just? Are you literally ever think to yourself oh my God, I'm undateable right now because I've got so much going on in my life?
I try not to have that attitude that I'm
That's a creepy
undateable.
attitude. Nobody will date me.
Obviously, they
that's
would.
funny.
You're talented, beautiful, celebrity, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Well, thank you.
But does it ever just become a little overwhelming for you? It's like juggling everything.
Yes, and you know what? I've been married for the past 4 years, and it's not really a huge focus. I'm not dying to find someone. Would I like to go out on a date? Sure. Would I like to meet someone that excites me and that's cool? Yeah. But it's not my focus. I haven't made a record in 7 years. I've been focusing on that. Obviously, my 3-year-old takes up all my time, which I welcome and am grateful for. But I also am filming a show that I travel back and forth, to New York and LA for. So it's just not.
You said 7 years. Were you nervous? And if you're not out there and people don't see you, you're worried.
Hell
Did you
yeah.
lose your audience? All of a sudden, 4.5 million people in 3 or 4 days. They're there, huh?
You know what? That's an amazing feeling to know that people still care and they're interested to see what I'm up to and doing. And I feel like I have a lot to say. And one thing that I feel so grateful for is since I started, which I was 9 years old, I'm now 27. These people have followed my career and I've grown up with them and they're still there. I'm sure it's shifted the demographic or whatever it is, but really showing me so much love on social media and being pumped when I first said I was making a record, and they really drive me to want to get up and make a record and think that I'm still good enough or people will be interested in what I have to say.
It's a really clever video for people that haven't seen it because, it does have a viral feel. And I always wonder, do
Like
you
a
have
reality show type
Yeah,
deal.
do you have? Are there a team of corporate marketing execs? Let's make this viral looking, and it'll be huge. Or was this just how did you come up with this idea to incorporate, the actual clips into the song?
The seed was planted organically with my friends being on Tinder and me being interested in that and signing up. And then it kind of became this thing, I had a vision for what my, live shows were going to feel like with this song and this video. And it was very candy pop. So I got to have the best of both worlds of shooting a really beautiful video and doing choreo and having amazing outfits and all that stuff, but adding this element that it seems like this is just the direction the world is going in. Everyone watches reality. Everyone wants to follow a celebrity's Instagram because that's the keyhole into their world. So this was just me being like, I'm going to do something totally normal. And I think that has been part of the draw of who I am my whole career, is that I am very relatable and reachable and, you know, not up here. I think everyone feels like they can be my friend. And that all, I think, started with Lizzie McGuire, and it still continues to be who I am.
You know, it's so ironic. I mean, honestly, I was sitting over the weekend watching, flipping through cable, and then Cheaper by the Dozen came on. I'm like, oh my God, she's coming in studio on Monday.
Are you ever home and just in your pajamas watching TV, and I'll see you like, hey, I'm on TV right now.
There I am.
That's pretty cool.
Has that ever happened?
Movie's on.
Of course it's happened. It happens often.
But do you watch it? Or do you just, can you watch yourself?
No, because I have a 3-year-old that's like, Cars movie, Cars. He does not care when I'm on TV.
But give it another year or two, and you'll be able to make that switch where, you know, are you looking forward to, like, playing some of your movies? You know?
Sure, yeah. I would love to play him stuff. And you know what is cute? He was with his dad the other day, and I was traveling. He was at a play place, and they were playing one of my songs.
Oh, cool.
And he's sitting there, what was he eating? He was eating something. He's like, that's Mom's song. That's Mom's song. Mom's song's on. And Mike recorded it for me. So it was cute to see him hear my voice and know he's starting to like grasp a little bit what I do, and that maybe Mom's not totally normal.
Whatever we do,
in a good way.
Like in the Houston Chronicle, they always talk about Houston celebrities and stuff, and they said, you know, you're born in Houston. How long did you live in Houston?
So I was born.
Were you like just born and then you left right away?
No, I was here until I was 4, and then we moved to San Antonio. We lived in the Hill Country for 4 years, and then came back when I was 8, and we started going out to LA when I was about 10. And but that wasn't a permanent thing, you know.
When you were 10, you're like, I'm gonna try out this.
Yeah,
the
so
TV world.
We went out for the summer for the first time, and we only stayed like a month and a half or 2 months, and then we came back, started our school year here again. So I mean, I'm Houston, born and raised.
That's why you're so nice. See.
Yes, that's one thing I noticed when I moved down here
from Philly. It's also why I love food.
Yeah. Oh wait. Favorites here in Houston, food-wise? Got anything?
It's too hard to choose. I mean, I miss the Mexican food so much. We had barbecue food yesterday.
You're like, I'm going to gain weight. I got to get the hell out of Houston.
I know. I really want a kolache before I leave.
Tex-Mex is kolache. There you go.
Kolaches.
Yeah.
I cut you off. What were you going to say? Sorry about that.
I was thinking about you being on Tinder, and I was wondering, I wonder how many of what percentage of the men really knew that you were Hilary Duff? Because I would say most men are pretty dang oblivious to pop culture.
Yeah.
And just go, hot girl.
Being
God,
able
she
to
looks a lot like Hilary Duff.
She looks familiar. Oh wait, she has a kid. Never mind. And was that on? Did you put that you had a kid on there?
No, I did not. And a lot of people make a big deal out of like they take a picture with a kid and they're like, "Calm down, that's my niece," and they'll like say that in their profile pic.
Huh.
No, but I feel like my life is public, and if you knew who I am, then you would know that, and you can Google everything about me. My profile pic said, "Let's eat pizza," and I don't know.
That's the best way to get a guy.
I had green hair just for the past 2 months, so in my picture I had green hair, and I don't know. I matched with everyone I wanted to match with.
What do you think about
about it.
The paparazzi though? With the last 5 or 7 years with taking pictures of like celebrities like you and your kid.
It's terrible.
That's ridiculous that they can
terrible.
do that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us work really hard to try to pass laws to say that this is not okay. I mean, there's a time and place when celebrities take their children to events and premieres and stuff, then that's your...
But you're at a park.
The park is the worst, and I become like the most vicious animal. Like, I've had multiple people arrested, and it's not okay. It's total invasion of
and they want
privacy. That. And by the way, they're big, grown, creepy men stalking around with cameras. You know, and Luca's old enough now to be like, Mom, why are they
they say stuff
on me?
It's got to be frightening.
He hates it.
Do they say, because we've heard Lenny Kravitz told us the stuff that he would tell Lisa Bonet when they were married. Like,
they'll bait them
to try and get them to react because they want your reaction. Are they just taking photos, or are they like saying stuff about you?
No, to be honest, they're very nice to me.
That's good. At least they know.
This has been my life for so long. They follow me every day. I'm used to it. But
I
when
can't
I'm
pick
with
my nose
him,
here.
right, or I can.
But it's even different for you because you were a child when you started in this business, you know?
I think it's harder on girls, the paparazzi. They want to see what you're wearing, and they want to see your child, and they want to see you, like, who you're with, and what, like, every move you're making throughout the day is for some reason interesting to them. But, you know, I learned to just ignore it when I'm by myself, or sometimes, you know, smile or be polite. They're always nice to me. They're never heckling me or trying to get something out of me. But when I am with Luca and they're getting too rowdy or too close, you know, I'm like, I can...
Well, I'll tell you what, I think the ride is about ready to begin all over again because you've got the new single. But what about the new album?
By the way, we're talking to Hilary Duff.
Yes, I know. We forget. But
you know, start talking,
it's not visual.
To tell people.
It is a visual world.
It is on Periscope.
Yeah,
we're on Periscope,
right now.
and we stream things. No, but I mean, when is the new album actually? The whole proper album going to be released?
It's coming out June 16th.
Okay.
And
the title of the album?
It's called Breathe In, Breathe Out.
Breathe In, Breathe Out.
Yeah, and I did a lot of it in Sweden, which was such a great. I mean, the record's taken me over a year and a half, and you know, just starting again, I started writing. So then I was like, okay, I need to pay attention to this. Obviously, I feel like I have stuff to say, and I want to start this process of, you know, singing again and getting in the studio and making a record. And so it started off somewhere, and now it's at a totally different place, you know, which I think it needed to take that time to really get where it needed to be.
So a year and a half in the studio and making this album, are you going to take these songs on the road ever?
I would love to. I think that's definitely the end goal. I really miss being on stage and being on tour. And
I bet you'll be headlining all the shows in December, like all the jingle jam type shows, jingle balls.
Right.
That's true. A lot of big radio shows.
I guarantee that you'll be doing the festival. Yeah, I bet you'll be doing those.
I would love to. It feels, you know, I just had a little show in Boston, and it feels really good to be on stage again and connect with fans and play them new stuff and play them old stuff and just, you know, it's all in there. It's like muscle memory for me. I'm like, this is a part of my old life, and I'm just shaking the dust off.
You stepped away
all the words.
For a long time. Yeah, that's a good question.
Do you remember all the words?
By the way,
songs?
no. And when I was, I sang.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I did on stage. But when I was working on, I sang "Come Clean," which was one of my bigger singles, and I did not remember all the words. I had to Google my own lyrics.
I was Googling you yesterday. That sounds dirty, but I was looking at stuff, and it said you're huge in Japan. What is it like to be like a huge star? Like you go to a country like Japan, is it surreal?
You know what? They're just so energetic there. They're so grateful that you come to their country, that they show you so much love. And one of the things that was cool there was, you know, here I started off as Lizzie McGuire, so to launch my music career was really challenging. Yeah. Like it's trying to prove to everyone, like, no, I can sing, and I've got to like. I want to be doing this. I don't just think I can fall into it.
I'm not an actor. Want to be in a band or start a band.
Yeah, it was a tough tough to prove myself to people. And there, they didn't have Lizzie McGuire. They just had my music. So I was, you know, it was a different starting process there, which was cool because I was just Hilary Duff. I wasn't Lizzie McGuire.
Those crowds, though, it was Adam Levine was saying when you perform there, as soon as you're done with the song, they're all quiet.
They're silent.
Oh, they are?
Yes. And the person on my label warned me. They were like, listen, it doesn't mean you're not doing a good job up there, but when you're done singing, they're going to be absolutely quiet. We're here, they're like, woo,
what a strange custom to be totally silent, but yet you finish a meal and burp really loud.
Compliments to the chef. No, they're quiet because they want to respect you and hear you talking.
Okay.
And you're like, this is totally backwards.
So now that we've shifted back towards music right now, I mean, do you see yourself, you know, doing a film down the line as well?
Absolutely, yeah. I audition for stuff all the time still.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. When the project is something I really want to fight for, I go in and...
If you don't get it and you see it, I won't ask you to name the names because I know a lot of times you guys won't do it unless you want to. And
that bitch.
You see that actress, you're like, I could do that way better than that. I don't think you say that bitch, maybe.
No.
In my head, definitely. No.
At least you're honest. I like that.
Yeah, no, it's a very competitive business, and I don't know. I tend to think that there's enough room for everybody, but there's stuff that I don't get that I'm super bummed on, and someone else gets it, and I'm like, damn it, I wanted that one.
What's been one role that you were like, yes, you know, like you were just completely just stoked that you got it and you ran with it?
There was a movie I did that no one saw with John Cusack that I filmed in Bulgaria, and I was this crazy character, and it was so Hilary Duff and Lizzie McGuire like, and I was really pumped. He called me on the phone. He's like, I want you for this.
No way.
And
Now, when you say nobody saw it, do you mean they shelved the movie, or
no,
it
came
didn't
out.
do
It
well?
just didn't.
What was it
Okay.
called? Maybe we
It's
could
called War Inc.
War
War
Inc.
Inc.
look
Okay.
that up.
I
You like
will
John
absolutely.
Cusack.
It was,
I
you know
do.
what? It was amazing. Marissa Tomei was in it, and Ben Kingsley was in it. Had a great cast. I was in it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
But yeah, you know what else was a good one was Cheaper by the Dozen. That was pumped to be a part of
You
that.
know what? I got to say thank you for that. My daughter and I, we like to watch, like stuff together, like
Yeah.
on the weekends. I'm in the same boat.
You're like
Single
something I
dad.
can watch and be enjoyed.
Yeah, and it's like that brought us a lot of entertainment, and I thought
Together.
the second one, together, and I thought the second one was even better than the first. I really enjoyed them.
People
So
are saying
thank
Raise
you.
Your Voice was an amazing movie.
Oh, that was a fun one too.
Cinderella Story. Oh yeah, I forgot about Cinderella Story.
Oh,
Who was the
yeah.
guy? Was it
Chad Michael Murray.
Chad Michael Murray, Mr. One Tree Hill?
Yeah.
One of my favorite shows. love
I
that
have a
show.
new show that's on TV right now too, and that feels like exciting to be back where I started. I was like,
Is it out yet? Or
it is out, and it's doing really well. We have amazing reviews. It's Darren Star who created it. He created
Sex and the City, yeah.
Yeah.
You do Melrose Place too?
He did Melrose Place and 90210, and he really writes for women. So the show is awesome to be a part of, and we shoot it in Brooklyn. So like Brooklyn is like another character in the show.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Younger.
Younger.
And-
Younger.
Yeah,
And it runs on what network?
TV Land.
TV Land.
So
Okay, great.
That's been the challenge. It's like hard to get people to tune into that network, but when they do and find it, they're like, "This is the best show."
That's
so it's a
awesome.
little culty.
Well, you're gonna be really busy then.
You really are. Now, once again, we're talking to Hilary Duff, and if you've not seen the video, I mean, amazing that over the course of a weekend, you got 4.3 million hits on the new single Sparks, which actually incorporates you and your friends talking about Tinder and
Going on dates.
Going on dates, yeah, the whole thing. I mean, so you're saying that right now you're just too busy to be on it, but you wouldn't rule it out again in the future.
No way. And I actually talked to one of the guys still that I went on dates.
Which
with.
one?
His name's Jason.
Which was he like in the go-karts, or did we see him?
Go-karts.
Go-kart guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Look at
You are
You're
really,
on it.
Who's
You're
stalking
on
her
it.
on Twitter?
I did my homework. Did you know he?
Eric is the married one on the show right now. You can't swipe
Whatever.
left or right.
Kevin was out in the Billboard Music Awards. He interviewed Iggy and Britney and Echo Smith. How'd that interview go?
I didn't know that Echo Smith were brothers and sisters. So I
They're
asked
young,
them-
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Oh, you're like, you guys dating?
Worse.
I was like, how'd you guys meet?
Yeah, how'd you meet?
They're like, oh, we were born into
Yeah.
the same family.
In the
One of them said in the womb.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh, they're twins? They're twins or something?
face to palm.
Yeah.
Stop.
Exactly.
That was right after the Britney fiasco.
So you had done a lot of research on them before that interview.
You know, those radio junkets, they bring people through
appreciate
one
you.
after another.
Three brothers and a sister.
Yeah.
We sent Kevin to Vegas. I think we saw more videos of him gambling and drinking,
What do you expect?
and then selling your tickets.
yes.
You had tickets to that Rock and Rio
Yes.
thing, and you sold those tickets
Yes.
to
You
go
did
drinking.
not.
Yeah, so I could eat at Spago.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh my God.
You sold your tickets so you could...
You hung out with Taylor Swift.
Wait, listen. I didn't bring a jacket, and it was 63 degrees at night, and I was like, I don't want to go there and freeze at this concert. I know it's terrible.
I'm dying right now. You had a problem with 63 degrees.
63 degrees.
No
yes,
kidding.
Aw,
it's
little
always
baby.
like 75 and up here. I'm so warm-blooded.
Well, once again, thank you very much.
Thank
Hilary
you.
Duff,
Hilary
live
Duff.
in studio in the KRBE studios. We wish you the best of luck. The new single is Sparks. You can check it out right now. The new album coming out in June, and that will be, once again, what was the date on that?
June 16th.
June
You
16th.
need to call us that day. We need
I
to give
would
you our number
love to.
that day so we can
For
talk
sure.
about it.
Please, let's do it.
Hopefully, it's not a Saturday or something.
You're like, I won't
That's
come
not
into
gonna help
that.
us. I'm not going in.
Don't worry, Eric will be stalking you on Tinder.
Yeah. Not Tinder. Oh, you're on Tinder. You're the single guy. Hey,
Oh, okay.
look at Ryan. Would you swipe right or left?
All right, don't be a wise ass.
I think there's an age limit on the
that's right.
Tinder.
Yeah, that's right. I'm swiping left on Pops here.
She could be your kid.
He should be more like on Grander.
Let's not.
Grinder.
Hey, Hilary.
Ah!
Hilary, I've been wanting to ask you, are you on ourtime.com?
Oh, yeah, the whole time.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Thanks so much, Hilary Duff.
You guys are hard on each other, man.
She listens to our show. We're really hard.
Oh, you have no idea how much.
These guys-